Hey everyone, welcome back to Loud Quiet Vids. We're here today to talk about the last couple episodes of American Idol and our favorite auditions. If you're interested in American Idol, be sure to subscribe because we'll be talking about it all season long.
Auditions week 2 and auditions week 3. We'll give my number 3 to Casey Bishop.
You better set me free, cause I'm a high young and running free. Little bit better than I used to be, cause I'm alive. Like fire, cause I'm alive.
Very strong voice. She sang kind of like a rock song. The second song she sang My Funny Valentine. She's just a very strong voice with a lot of potential. And she does have a sort of gruntiness. I don't know what the word is. You know, she sang 2 songs, very different styles. She figures herself out, and she has that voice. She should be good.
My number 3 would be Cassandra Coleman.
I go on with you by my side. Can it be the way?
When she started singing, right away, I was getting this theatrical feel from her, which I always enjoy.
Are you sucking on something?
So she has this very theatrical vibe, which right away I appreciated the way she carried herself and the way she delivered this song that I had never heard of, but I do like The Killers, and it was a song by them. And I thought she just put her own spin on it, and I enjoyed it very much. And then they made her do another song, which I you slapping yourself.
Just talk!
I am talking. What do you mean? And boy, I've never heard that song apologize for a very long time. I haven't heard that song in a very long time. It was nice
Like
to
you have
see
heard
that
it.
being brought back.
You said you never heard it.
Oh, this is what coffee will do to you. Don't do drugs, kids. Right, so she did that one at the piano, had a nice little feel, bring it back the mid-2000s. I like. So I'll be interested to see where she goes.
Let's hear it for the boys, okay? Let's add a boy into the mix, because we haven't discussed one yet. Willie Spence.
Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Fire light in the beautiful sea. I choose to be happy. You and I.
Willie Spence sang Diamonds by Rihanna. Right from the start, very powerful voice, that I think definitely hit me, took me aback a little bit, just how powerful it was. He has a sincerity to himself that I also enjoy. I think he's definitely my favorite guy so far that has gone. Obviously, they usually have to have some of each gender make it far, so I think in terms of who's been represented so far, I think he's the strongest male. And we'll see how things go, but he definitely has the voice for it. We'll just see if he can find a lane, a style that he can use to make that voice work.
I just want to say he brought back another song I hadn't heard in a long time. Shine bright like a diamond. I haven't heard that one in a long time. I like that song a lot. My number 2 would be Casey Bishop, who was number 3 on Steven's list. Right away, I got this. She's an old soul, which I always appreciate. I love old music. I love old genres of old music. And not only did she sing a Motley Crue song, but she also sang an Ella Fitzgerald song right after that. And she slayed both of them. And she put her own spin on both of them. I loved it. And her voice kind of reminds me a little bit of Fiona Apple. Very powerful, very amazing.
Do you know she must have been born in either 2005 or 2006? What were you doing in 2005 or 2006?
2006 was the first year I went to Disney World.
Amazing. Number 1 for me was Rebecca's number 3, Cassandra Coleman, aka Laura Ingalls from Little House on the Prairie. That dress gave major Little House on the Prairie vibes. Out of maybe all the auditions so far, I have the greatest sense of what her career would look like just by her style, very kind of folksy in a way, folksy, rocky. She sang a song I haven't heard of and made me really like it, which is kind of rare. Usually, if the person's not good, I will tune out. If the song, if I don't know the song, I could tune out very easily if I don't know the song and the voice isn't good. But she really made it sound like that was her own song, on her own album. And again, like Rebecca said, she could play the piano, which is a big thing. And she was put on the spot to play it. She wasn't praying to play it.
Yeah.
But like Willie, but maybe even more so with her, she has a very humble, sincere side to her. She seemed a little bit nervous, which is I kind of like for a beginner. But her voice is just very soothing, I think. Very easy to listen to, and that's what you want from a singer, someone who's easy to listen to. And if she could stay in that lane, sort of like Maddie did, well, she has to make it to the judges so far, but if she could stay in that lane, if these contestants could stay in their lane and not have any major hiccups, stay in their kind of folksy, pick songs that they can put their own little spin to and show the strength and differences in their voice, then that's the type of person who can go far if they're given a chance. Sometimes people just get axed out, but we'll see what happens.
Now my number one, I would have to say, is Alanis Sophia, which first came out, I kind of even thought she looked like Alanis Morissette, and turns out her namesake.
That's what her mom said.
Her
too,
namesake.
She came out of her.
And she even, but she looks like her too, which is cute. And immediately what caught my eye with her, she brought this little American Idol microphone toy, and I could swear I have that same toy somewhere. She sang a Demi Lovato song that I'd never heard before, and made me just love the song, the way she delivered it. She has this way of connecting. And then what did she do that was so freaking adorable? She used the microphone. She used the toy microphone as her prop, as her microphone.
I talk to shooting stars, but they always get it wrong. I feel stupid when I pray, so why am I praying anyway? If nobody's listening, anyone, please tell me anyone.
She brought character to it. How many people bring character to their audition?
We'll get to
Adorable
that.
and absolutely stunning voice.
Well, you mentioned character, bringing character to your audition. You mentioned it in a positive light. So we went through our top 3 auditions of the last few weeks. But there is something that you brought up with one audition, and you just looked up his name. So,
Yeah. I was surprised when, it wasn't this week, but the week before, we saw Ace Styles, his audition. I don't know. I thought he was quirky. I thought they even said he was quirky, but I think they meant it in a bad way. But he brought this like folksy sound to his audition, and I thought he was really good, and I was very surprised they didn't let him through. So something that's kind of bothered me about American Idol, and I think it's kind of been an issue for a while, but I'll focus on right now, is who they decide to let in and who they don't decide to let in. Some people, like, I feel like they will settle for less just because they like something about them, like that maybe doesn't bring much to the table.
You mentioned character.
Yeah.
Again, you mentioned in a good way. There were 2 contestants in the past few weeks that had a character that apparently some of the judges liked, but maybe didn't have the talent to go with it. So you had that girl, Erica Perry, I think her name was. She sang E.T. But anyway, she made it through very bizarrely.
Yeah.
When someone like Rebecca just mentioned didn't make it through, she even said when they were critiquing her and telling her something wasn't right about the performance, she was like, "Oh, so I didn't get in." She even said that herself, but eventually two of them let her in for whatever reason. And then you also had this other guy, I think his name was Uriel or something, and they were like hyping him up before the commercial. It was just like some guy who was like dancing a lot, and then he sang and it was like nothingness, or whatever.
Yeah.
And they sent him through for, I guess, being loud and dancing, while there was I don't remember the guy's name. It was like a fireman or something better than that guy who went through. So if you're gonna be saying, "Oh, we gotta give these people a chance, but not these people a chance," we're kind of holding some sort of standard that I don't really understand, because I thought we were past the point of like joke auditions and joke contestants making it through.
Yeah, I think it's because it's a TV show and they're doing it because they think that it will be more entertaining by having people that are very flamboyant in it. I don't agree with it. A motto I have with this show: don't get too attached, because it will break your heart again and again and again. Pia Toscano, she got eliminated way too early, and it happens a lot of times. Siobhan Magnus, a lot of times.
But let's say that, the judges, besides the save, they can't do anything about what the voters have done in those cases, but they can do something about who makes it to the point of when they can be voted. So, despite your anger towards those parts of the show, let's, for the most part, the judges have been pretty good, not too annoying, but we want to get to a voting round where we're not dealing with these headache contestants that we just need to see eliminated every week. And at the same time, we also want a diverse cast. So, I think the judges, for the most part, are doing a good job. But the past few weeks, they have made some questionable decisions. So we'll see. Hopefully, they might not last too long, or they might prove to be better than they proved to be in the first audition. But it's very Bikini Girl-esque.
Bikini Girl-esque. Oh, that's a throwback. So let us know down in the comments, who are your favorites this season so far, and what are you thinking of the show as a whole?
Who deserved to get in? Who didn't deserve to get in?
And we will see you next time.